say you're bold. From wild hot takes to the stories he'll spin, you never quite know what you're diving in. Then there's the Vincenzone, best bud in tow, and the Fritzy Files crew, she's raring to go. So tune in, lean in, let the man speak. Something new and outrageous every damn week. It's the world according to Dick Buttons podcast, bitches.
That's right. Welcome, everybody, to the world according to Dick Buttons. I'm Dick Buttons, and I am ecstatic that you pressed play on this episode. And this is episode 20 of season 5. That's right, folks. We are closing out season 5, and hopefully on a high note. There's some exciting things on the horizon for season 6. We went over that a couple episodes ago, but just stay tuned. But today, I wanted to touch upon a group of people. And you motherfuckers know who you are. You ever meet somebody in a work setting or a personal setting, and you go to shake their hand, and they don't make eye contact with you? Who are these motherfucking maniacs? Maniacs, I tell you. How do you not make eye contact? You're sticking your hand out to shake, to say hello. And then they're looking down, they're looking up. It's one of the things that infuriates me to no end. No end. And second to that, and I'm going to continue on the no eye contact, but how about the limp handshake? If you want to add another level to that, it's absolutely insanity. Insanity. But back to the no eye contact. How much does it take? How much of a Neanderthal are you not to look me in the eye when you shake my hand or when you talk? I've met people that you have a conversation with and they're looking everywhere except at your face. What now? Am I that disgusting? Am I that grotesque that you can't look at me when you talk to me? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I don't want to know. But society on a whole, the only way it survives is if people engage with each other. Now, forget social settings. Okay, you meet someone at a party. Hey, this is my buddy Ralph. He shakes your hand. Okay, he doesn't want to make eye contact with you. But what annoys me the most about these people, when it's a work setting, you're on an audit or you're at another company and you're meeting the people who you're having this powwow with or future business with, a business dinner. Hey, Dick, this is Ralph. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And you put your hand out and pretend I'm looking right at you. Hey, nice to meet you, Dick. Everywhere but at your eyes. What are you, fucking Jeffrey Dahmer? I mean, come on. Let's get real. Let's get real. You have to be some sort of sociopath not to make eye contact, not with just a random person, but with a person that you're being introduced to. Am I asking too much of the human race? Am I asking? Tell me if I am. Maybe I'm wrong. I find myself saying that more often than not. Is it me? I don't think it's me. I really don't think it's me. I think the rest of the world is fucked up. So listen, take some advice from your old buddy Dick, okay? When you're getting introduced to somebody and they extend their hand for you to shake that hand and make eye contact. Because we are a civilization of breathing, speaking, thinking, at least I hope so, individuals. So next time that hand gets extended, put in a nice firm grip and a nice handshake and look the person in the eye.
This week's episode of The World According to Dick Buttons podcast is brought to you by Resonant Records. Resonant Records, a home for bold, original artists, pushing past genre lines and making noise that actually means something. From hip-hop to glitch, rock to experimental soundscapes, Resonant Records is building a world where real creativity still matters. Check out Resonant Records online and ask yourself one question.
Are you resonant?
Okay, exciting day at work the other day. Two things happened. I don't think they were related, but I mean, I'll tell you the story and you could let me know if they are or if you think they are. I get to work early, get there about 5:15, 5:20. I do my workout, take a shower, and then I go off to get my morning cup of 7-Eleven coffee. And if you are paying attention and you have listened to previous episodes of this podcast, you know that 7-Eleven is my go-to cup of coffee. So I pull into the parking lot, and before I make the turn, on my right speeds by a police cruiser, a township police cruiser, doing way faster than the 25-mile-an-hour speed limit for that road, mind you. But I can't make a citizen arrest. So I pull into the spot. He blows by me and then comes into. We have a bigger lot that goes along the whole side of the building. So I get out of the car, have my coffee in my hand, then I hear like tires screeching. So I look over at that main lot, and this maniac is doing donuts. I'm talking tires screeching, smoke coming off the tires, and not just one donut, two. He was there a good 5, 7 minutes doing donuts, speeding up on the straightaway, then braking, and then drifting a little bit. So I initially took out my phone to take a video of that, but the older Dick in me said maybe that's not the best idea. Maybe I let him go about his business and whatever he was doing. I don't know. He took an impromptu training course on defensive driving. I don't know. I don't know. But I thought that was interesting, but not as interesting at what happened later on that morning. So I'm sitting at my desk, and a coworker of mine, she comes over to me. She goes, I just pulled into the parking lot, and there's this SUV parked right in the entrance. I said, "Yeah, that doesn't make any sense." And she said she tried to leer into the window, but the window was dark. It was shaded out with tinting. So you know me, I'm always up for confrontation. So I say, "I'll go out and take a look at it." So I walk over to this SUV, and the windows are clearly blacked out. And I do the universal roll the window down because listen, it's private property, the parking lot. So I'm going to ask, "What are you doing here?" So I do the roll down, the window comes down, and I immediately notice the passenger in that front seat had a laptop, and they were both wearing vests with the initials FBI. And I said, "Oh, guys, I'm sorry." I said, "My coworker came in and she said, there's this car parked here. I was just doing due diligence." And the driver said, "Yeah, don't worry, dude. We're about to take somebody down at the building across from you. It's another company." Now I've worked where I work for 8 years. I don't know the name of that company. It's not information I need to know, but it would have helped for this story. And I said, "No way, really? Could I stay and watch?" And the guy in the passenger seat just shook his head like, "Look at this asshole." But the driver goes, "Yeah, stay and watch." He goes, "We gotta roll." So while he was saying we have to roll, about 5 to 6 other cruisers rush into that parking lot and park like I guess they were triangulating their position at different. So he takes off, and when he pulls out of our entranceway and goes into that other building's parking lot, 2 other cruisers screech into our parking lot and an unmarked minivan. Now, all of them had FBI vests on. So now I'm thinking, wow, this should be pretty cool. I watch shit on TV, but I've never been witness to that. And so I call my coworker and I say, "Hey, you should get out here. There's something big going down. The FBI is going to take somebody down from the company across the way." I said, "There's cruisers in our lot. 5 more cruisers pulled in. They're like rushing the building." I said, "They're all wearing vests." She goes, "Dick, they're wearing like bulletproof vests." I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, maybe you're not in the safest place." And I went, "Oh, maybe she's right." So I quickly hung up and hightailed it back in the building. And I did text my boss, who was going to be in a little bit later than us, and I said, "Hey, listen, dude, when you come in, there's three three cars in our parking lot, FBI, and there's something big going on across the street." But when he got here, he said there was nobody uh, anywhere. So I missed all the action. Now my mind races. So listen, here's where I'm going. Like, okay, FBI's involved, right? So it's out of the jurisdiction of the local police, out of the jurisdiction of state police, because FBI. I watch enough crime dramas. FBI is not called in unless it supersedes local and state. Um, and this happened yesterday, and I didn't even look at the news. I guess I could go online and see what the fuck was going on. But that was my exciting day. Police car doing donuts, an SUV, and FBI coming down on a prospect of someone getting arrested. All in all, a hell of a way to start a morning, don't you think?
Hey, where did you get that coffee mug? It looks cool. What's it all about? It's my official Common Sense Crusade mug. Where can I get one?
Hold on, sweetie. You need to check out the YouTube channel first.
Sure.
Tell me about it.
Sure.
George Lopak Jr. shares failed examples of common sense. He then gives us the tools to avoid those pitfalls in the future.
Great. I will check it out. Now, where can I get my mug?
I will let the announcer give you all the details.
That's right. The World According to Dick Button's podcast store has Common Sense Crusade merch.
We have mugs, shirts, and even a beach towel. Can you believe that? So head over to the World According to Dick Button's merch store now.
When the wine gets open, you know what that means. Unscripted moments and in between scenes. Topics start flowing, no map, no throne. No one really knows where the night's gonna roll. Best friend for life, just talking it out. Laughing too loud, that's what it's about. So hit play, don't sit below. Come pour one up on the Vincenzone.
That's right, everybody. From that theme music, it can only mean one thing. It's time for the Jeff Goldblum zone. That's true. To my right, as always, honored and humbled. Now he looks like Jeff Goldblum with those glasses.
Wow. I really do.
I mean, that's not a bad thing. I mean, you could look like I didn't say you could look like Woody Allen.
And Jeff Goldblum can play me in my
He is.
life story because he's better looking than I am. And isn't that always the case? The person.
Oh, without a doubt.
He's,
When you see those movies where
they do the reels and they show you who the real person is, it's like, oh.
Even did you watch Song Sung Blue?
You know what? It is now in my queue.
Okay.
Why I forgot about it. No, that's good.
Because at the end they show you what these people look like, and it is not Hugh Jackman and
no, they got to step up there.
not Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn's daughter,
Yeah. Okay. Well, and
Russell, her left because she took Kurt's name, and I forgot her. Oh, sorry.
and you remember Hugh Jackman? You get points for that.
Who could forget Hugh Jackman? Before we get started, wait. We almost
Priorities, man.
we almost forgot.
Because you didn't say Vincenzo, you lost.
I
lost the
did.
tracks right there.
It was those glasses. They
Yeah,
threw me off.
Look at that.
I have some Menage a Trois Midnight Red Blend.
Yet there's only two of us here.
The bottle makes 3.
Oh, very well done. Well done.
And I think I looked it up.
All right.
It's called Menage a Trois because it comes from 3 vineyards.
Yeah, that's what we'll go with.
I don't know.
That's what we'll go with, brother.
I'm not entirely sure.
By the way,
Speaking of recent brother, I watched the Hulk Hogan documentary.
I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, it just came out, and I
Okay.
think it's on Netflix, I believe.
All right. Yeah. What do we think?
Kind of boring, but interesting at the same time. I mean, I knew his whole story. He was not Hulk Hogan at first, and
Right.
blah blah blah. And I don't think it ever got to the sex tape portion of his life.
Right.
But he was in pain pretty much towards the end.
They all were.
And wrestling is not a good.
They sacrificed their bodies for that sport.
I'm gonna see if I can get this right.
Wow, that's a holiday pour if I've ever seen one.
Every week is
I always raise my glass a little higher so that you always think that you're not giving me enough. Don't want to waste a drop of that.
So I ranted last week's episode. I think I sent you the link of that oh no, it wasn't a rant. I put it on Facebook. Hold on, I'm going downstairs. I stumbled. Oh, cheers.
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 His priorities are way off today.
This was on sale. You're gonna laugh for $10.
That's a robust wine, is it not?
It's in my top 5.
Delicious. Yes.
Let me get the R facing.
He sends a top 5 list for wines.
Well, it's gonna be all cheap shit.
It's all right.
But I did come across this YouTube thing. I did send it to you. It was and I don't even know if there was video.
Right.
It was Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra.
Right.
Singing, like doing a concert together. But the chemistry, the repartee between the two, it was so fucking good. And whether it was rehearsed or not, it didn't sound rehearsed.
Were they friends in real life?
Oh yeah, well the Rat Pack, they ran together. Yeah, because I think they hung out. Yeah. That's and I'm gonna be a squirrel today. So I watched the Martin Short documentary.
Okay.
And he's still alive, so I don't even know why the fuck there's I thought that was an odd choice.
He did a Bruce Springsteen movie too. I don't get that.
I get it. But here's what people that he made movies with, he was always friends with the Second City TV people.
Okay.
He was always friends with Captain Ron. He was in that movie.
Right.
With Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
Right.
What?
Are we ever going to figure out what Kurt Russell's daughter is?
Her last name's Russell.
Why is this so hard? She's, you know.
We'll put it up there.
Right there. Let's go ball.
He was friends with Tom Hanks because I forget what movie they did together. I don't know.
Tom Hanks did so many movies.
Yeah, but he was always friends with Steve Martin because of Three Amigos and stuff.
Right.
They went on vacations together.
That's great.
His wife was the sister of Andrea Martin from SCTV, Edith Prickley, that lady.
Right.
She was married to his wife's brother. So there was that dynamic.
Right.
They all went on vacations together. They did holidays together, and I did not know this. His 3 kids were adopted.
Really?
All of them, because she couldn't have kids.
Oh, that's
now I'm just ruining the documentary for you.
If they had rescue dogs, that would just be the icing on the cake.
They had dogs. I saw dogs in the
If
documentary.
they were rescue dogs, they would just be the icing on the cake.
But I thought it was fucking cool. Like, I made the comparison. Like, we have a close knit group of friends, and we do a lot of stuff together. For celebrities to have that.
Yeah, but they're normal people too. They
never taken, like, they all had all home movies from when they hung out together, and
you know what? You spend so much time. I mean, basically, those people are your work buddies. You're working. That's your profession. I kind of get why they're not, and it doesn't always work that way, but they probably had some great chemistry, which is good to hear.
Yeah. So those are your 2. You should I would watch the.
Well, definitely Song Blue. My better half will.
Yeah, she'll
thoroughly enjoy that.
And then, well, no, there's a twist to this. And you know what though? I looked up the story.
Right.
They took some creative license because I don't want to give anything away.
Okay, don't give it away.
The major part of the movie didn't happen when it happened in the movie, but they just made it that to make it a better movie, if that makes any sense. Like, like with the Elvis movie. Elvis didn't write fucking If I Can Dream. Elvis didn't write any fucking songs.
Did he not write any songs?
None.
No, he didn't write any songs.
0.
Really?
Yep. And Colonel Tom Parker, to his credit, if you wanted Elvis to sing one of your songs,
oh, here it comes.
He got credit and royalties. So
way ahead of his time with that.
So Mac Davis wrote In the Ghetto, but Elvis got writing credit even though he never wrote a fucking thing.
Wow.
But Elvis when Elvis sung your song, he sort of put you on the map.
Sure did.
We're left with 2 episodes of The Boys, right?
1. This is it.
I didn't watch 7 yet then.
Okay, you didn't watch last week. I'll give you a hint.
There's
It has something to do with Frenchie at the end, so you didn't watch
Oh, no, I
this.
did one. Yeah, what
Okay,
happened
so we
again?
have what Frenchie trapped Homelander in a radiation
Oh,
room.
yeah.
Okay, so
But he
that's
got out, though.
Homelander got out.
Frenchie died.
Frenchie supposedly died.
Yeah, okay, so there's one episode left.
So we
That's
have one
tonight?
episode. No, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow
And
night.
they gotta pack a. I don't know. Is it Tuesday or is it Wednesday?
I don't know. Today, well, right now, as you're watching this, it is Tuesday, not Thursday.
And they're gonna pack a lot in there.
Yeah.
And my one question about the show so far has been in the last few episodes, where's Homelander's son been?
Mm.
I know he got a beating and he's,
Maybe I'm gonna throw something out there. Although this is gonna air after the episode, so it's really well. Just so you know, we're recording this on Tuesday before the episode.
correct.
I say the son kills him.
I'm gonna say you're correct. I'm gonna have to go with that. I'm gonna have to say, after father beat his son the way he did to a pulp, I see payback.
Now, we had so much fun last week with the top 5. Oh, and by the way, before we start that, little tear to my eye.
Aw.
Happy end sadness. This is the last episode of season 5.
It is. We're moving on to even number episodes.
Season 6 will start next week, and I am a little remiss that the new set won't be here. We're not going to lead off with the New York thing, but we'll get there.
It'll all happen organically. It's cool.
Yeah. But we're going to do another top 5 list today. And I figured we'd stop with the TV shows and stop with all the bullshit. We're going to get down to stuff that people really care about.
That we care about.
Now, listen, we all made a promise to each other. Well, I made a promise for you guys. Season 6.
I'm a representative of the people.
Season 6, I want to see more feedback, more interaction,
Criticize the heck out of us.
whatever.
That's how you make a show better. Criticize us, especially
So
me.
today's top 5 are the top 5 sandwiches of all time. Now, it's funny. I brought this up at work
Right.
because I wanted to see.
Right.
I already did my list, so this
Right.
didn't influence my answers.
No skewing.
But one of the wise asses go, well, what do you consider a sandwich?
Oh, is this like the taco or hot dog question?
That came up. But so
should we clear that out? Right?
no.
Oh,
We're gonna
just
get
through the lesson then.
I'll argue with you, or you can argue with me. If I don't think it's a sandwich,
Oh, I can see you holding back on that.
it's still in your top 5. But
Right.
listen, I can just for shits and giggles before we begin. I will throw up there the Webster's Dictionary for you Gen Zers. That used to be a book that you look up the definition of words before ChatGPT or Google.
Google, right?
What the true definition of a sandwich is. But let's get into it. You will start. Look at you. You got highlighted shit over there.
Yeah, and reading glasses.
And reading. Well, because you want to look like Jeff Goldblum.
That's true.
Let me make sure audio is being recorded. Now's a hell of a time to check this. It looks like it is.
Oh, this is good.
Audio. Yeah, we're good. All right. Number 5, we will start with. Oh, before we get started, I feel like Joan Rivers now.
Okay.
I saw Joan Rivers live.
So did I.
And her whole bit is, I only have one joke to tell you. And she starts telling the joke, and then she goes, oh, and then she goes a little bit, and then she goes a little bit further. Not adds to it, goes off on tangents.
Or digresses.
And so, and then at the end of the night, she goes, I'll finish that one joke. Okay. Now I lost what I was going to say. Holy shit.
So it was about Joan Rivers.
No, I said why I was changing subjects like Joan Rivers.
But we were going to go on to our damn sandwiches.
Yeah, all right, forget it. Number 5, Mr. Vincenzo. Hit me.
Number 5 is a sandwich that my brother Miguel,
Oh, we're getting
and that's
history.
not his real name. When we were young, Bob would leave, and we raided the refrigerator. And
All right.
and when you have 5 kids in the family, you have leftovers. Mom made leftovers, so you lived on leftovers. So Mom left. We were old enough to operate the oven and the stove, and we took everything out of the refrigerator. And to my brother Miguel's credit, not his real name, and you know who you are, he started saying,
Wait, he listens?
He initiated.
He watches?
He was a little younger. He will after this episode.
Okay.
He was a little younger, about a year and a half, but he was nailing. We should have this, and then we should put these ingredients.
I can't wait to hear this.
So he's taking all this stuff out of the fridge, and then it's like an open face sandwich, and then he's sticking it in the oven, and came out, and then mom came in.
What the
She
fuck
can't.
are you guys doing?
I thought that's where we were going.
Oh.
And she said, "What are you guys doing?" And we didn't burn anything, and there was no smoke. So she figured, okay,
Well,
She
it's
dodged a
burning
bullet.
house though.
Dodged a bullet. And she said, "What do you got?" And so we showed her. She said, "Do you want to taste it?" We were so excited. And she's like, "Okay, so we just leftovers and stuff, and no soup for me." And she takes a bite of it, and she looks at us, and she goes, "Boys, I'm not even going to lie to you. That's probably the best Reuben I've ever had."
No,
And my brother-
now,
and my brother Miguel looks at me and says, "How come she gets to name it?" Well, and I'm like, "I guess it's already a thing."
First of all, what a privileged childhood you led that leftovers you had the ingredients for a fucking Reuben in the refrigerator.
All kinds of stuff.
All right, so what was it
So-
pastrami?
So number 5,
Oh, it's not a
pastrami.
Reuben?
It's a pastrami Reuben.
Oh, I thought it was the Reuben that Miguel created.
Well, my brother Miguel thought
What substitute of because you didn't have pastrami left over in the fridge, did you?
he did. Mom made a lot of
Like little rich kid.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Mom cooked dinner every night,
Mhm.
and she didn't.
We had dessert every night.
We had dessert almost every night, but yeah, that's a thing. And Dad came home from work. The kids lined up and
Yeah.
kissed him like he was. It was like a scene from Sound of Music. We all gave him a kiss, and he came in. He got changed. We did the dinner. So she was always trying to think of something different. It wasn't just
Yeah, no, it's funny. So we had you could probably set your calendar to the day of the week what we were having.
Correct. Yeah.
But that's why I was a weeble my entire life because I had dessert every night.
Me too.
And there was fucking every snack in the house in the pantry.
So did us.
Okay.
It was terrible. But the ingredients, if you think of a pastrami Reuben or any kind of Reuben, just the sauerkraut and the dressing and they're just all such unique flavors that offset each other yet complement each other.
You have to have the Russian dressing. That's a key element, right? Yeah.
Well, you know what? We did substitute Thousand Island.
Same thing. Same thing. It's almost the same.
Correct. I'm not going to arm wrestle you on that one.
It's the same as 2 feet 20 inches, but just not okay.
Curve.
I didn't forget that. We talked about that at work, and everybody was on my side. Just under 2 feet, and it's the same fucking thing.
Okay.
Anyway,
but the Reuben is just, and then growing up, it was just couldn't get enough of it.
And I like a Reuben. I do like a Reuben.
And I've had it with corned beef, but
Pastrami, yeah.
Pastrami. There's something about pastrami. So
You know me. I hate corned beef.
You know what? A corned beef. Honorable mention. Corned beef sloppy Joe is delicious.
I don't like corned beef though. So nope.
Oh.
Too fatty.
Matter of fact, that's what makes it so juicy.
Yeah.
I never had corned beef until I met my better half, who is Irish in English, and her mom made every St. Patrick's Day killer corned beef and cabbage. Killer.
Yeah, my in-laws were part Irish, so I did experience that. Like growing up, like my grandfather, I only knew pastrami. I don't even think corned beef lived in my grandfather's house.
Exactly. Right.
All right. So it's funny. So my number 5 is the, I would say, brother from another mother of that sandwich from a different ethnic group.
Just as we are.
That is true. The Cubana. That's not my number.
That's
my number 5. Yeah.
Oh, that's
so that is almost a Reuben, but it's pork and it has the
pressed.
Yeah, and it's pressed. Well, you can press a Reuben too.
You can press a Reuben. I like them open face, but
a Cuban sandwich is fantastic with now yellow mustard for me.
Absolutely,
have to.
Absolutely.
People say spicy, but fuck you with spicy mustard.
No,
who makes spicy mustard? Not even on a hot dog. It's got to be yellow French's for me.
Correct.
Yeah.
Me too. Also.
And fuck all of you people who put ketchup on a hot dog too.
What is that?
Get out of here.
Now, I almost we've already eliminated.
This is for the ketchup people.
Correct. No, so for you.
Whether that gets in there or not, I have no idea. You did it. Thank you.
I've seen people do the ketchup and mustard thing on a hot dog. There might be some sweet and something going on there. I've never tried it, but for me, it's got to be yellow mustard.
Hot take. I don't put ketchup on fucking anything. I won't put it on French fries because it
No, I'll
ketchup
dip.
masks the taste of whatever. I don't even put it on a burger.
I like all the. Actually, on a burger,
Nope.
I'll put a little bit of ketchup and a little bit of Montgomery's. By the way, best barbecue sauce in the world. Montgomery in barbecue sauce from Cincinnati with the ketchup and just a little, just
Right.
as an accent. Yes.
I would rather make an aioli for a burger.
Oh,
Mayonnaise and some
so good.
something. All right. Well, let's go. All right. You're number 4, sir.
Number 4.
I wonder how many we overlap. So far, none.
Okay. I'm going to say we overlap. We overlap none. That's my bet. My bet is we're going to have none of that.
I get one of them. I don't think, but
No.
oh, then I can't believe we're friends if we don't overlap at
No,
least one.
that's the beauty of it. We're the opposites.
We'll never go hungry. That's for sure. Because yeah,
correct, and we'll have variety.
that's true.
Number 4 is a place I visited. Another story with a sibling. Let's call this sibling Liza. I was with my sibling sister Liza in Atlantic City with some family, and my brother-in-law, Liza's husband, we'll call him Antonio.
All these people better be fucking watching this podcast. That's all I got to say.
We're going to have to reach out. Went to a little place, actually world renowned, sub shop called White House Sub.
Oh yeah. In Atlantic City.
Get online, baby, and know exactly what you want when you get up to that counter. And the bread, and you know of other places that do that. The bread is put into a grocery cart by some old man.
And when the grass are out.
And I think they make a few visits,
Oh,
a few trips per day. That when those few trips are done, we close up shop.
yeah, because it's the same with Angelo's cheesesteaks
Right.
in Philly.
Correct.
When they're done with the bread, you're done.
The bread is half of it, but the piles of meat.
Okay, so what's up?
The Italian sub.
Italian. Oh,
The Italian sub. My sister Liza, we all took our subs.
good subterfuge, by the way.
Not if you know.
You're swapping one letter, but okay.
So we go to the beach and we unwrap our subs to sit on, get off the boardwalk at Atlantic City and go sit on the beach. And in my peripheral, I just see this blur. A seagull had taken her sandwich whole.
The whole fucking sandwich?
In a matter of a second, had dive bombed. It never touched her. She was putting it towards her mouth. So the seagull had never touched her. Took the right out of the wrapper. Half a sub.
Seagulls.
Like that.
Well, listen.
Her facial expression was priceless.
There has to be some culpability here. I don't bring food on the beach.
But you know what? You were in Atlantic City. It was just like, oh, let's go have lunch on the beach.
Atlantic City seagulls are Atlantic City. It's like, so it's not like Wildwood seagulls.
Correct. They're like falcons in Atlantic City. Scary.
Well, we have overlap now. Look at all the highlighting. Could you hold that up for the camera?
Sure.
Look at the homework that Vincenzo is doing here.
Those subs are just between the bread and the seasoning and the fresh meat.
Now listen, it's oil and vinegar. I know some maniacs who put mayonnaise on their Italian sub.
Again, the people that do that can get in the same boat with the people who put ketchup on a hot dog.
Yeah, get in the
Not to
same
be seen again.
boat and sail away.
Bye-bye.
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 Now, hoping that I just saw a knob that I changed. So
That's what she said.
I'm hoping now that these sound effects come through, but we won't know until after.
Right.
And now none of them are working.
But the people who put mayonnaise on a sub,
we'll see. Maybe we'll get this finally straightened out in season 6.
I'm excited to hear your number 4.
Oh, number 4. And this was agonizing to me.
Like more than a Cubano.
Philly cheesesteak. Now, a very specific Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And this was just exposed to me 2 years ago from our glorious CEO where I work.
All right.
He lives in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And I always thought that Pat's and Geno's was
They're so touristy. Correct.
that
Correct.
Angelo's,
And
the place I just mentioned, when they're out of bread. Now he brought them. It is just ribeye steak,
correct.
Cooper Sharp cheese,
Okay.
onion, boom.
That's great.
That's it.
By the way, I would substitute. Listen, I would have it that way. But if somebody said, "Oh, do you have a choice of cheese?" I like my provolone. I think it
Have you
would
had
do
Cooper Sharp?
justice. I've had Cooper Sharp. It's
Cooper, I mean,
incredible.
yeah.
But to switch it up, a provolone.
I will be getting Cooper Sharp for the Memorial Day barbecue. So get ready for that. That's going on the brisket burgers.
Oh, well, just another reason to be alive.
Yeah. So cheesesteak. Listen, any iteration will be number 4, but that's my go-to. They are versatile. You weren't with us when we went to the Pat and Geno's thing.
No, we did not.
And going to those places, you got to know what you want, or else you get yelled at. But I can't do the cheese whiz. I don't know about you.
Yeah, that's not. Listen, I don't care. That's the original.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I think of Tostitos in the jar. That's what it makes me no.
You can elevate that a little. You can break out of that.
I think the Cooper Sharp elevates it, and the thing that makes the Angelo's, free plug for Angelo's in Philadelphia, is the bread.
Yes,
which I think for all of these, is essential.
I've been to my sister Liza's house in Kansas. And
do they have cheesesteaks in Kansas?
No, but when you go to the dine-in theaters, which originated in Kansas, and you would have the same steak sandwich on a ciabatta or whatever the roll was, and you get it there, it's like a hamburger bun because they don't do bread like you do over here. The tri-state area, we kill it with bread. We kill it. Probably a reason not to move from the tri-state area is our bread
and pizza.
Yes, but again, anything that water is involved.
Bagel.
Chinese food. They have the worst Chinese food.
Oh, I want to ask you about the ramen place when we're done.
Yes.
And it's local, but fuck you.
Correct.
Did you notice I've included Lady Liberty for the 250th, which is happening this July. So
yes. Very well done. I like
do that. Oh, so you're number 3. Let's go. I would guarantee, I'm going to make a prediction. You will never guess my number 1. Unless you pay attention when I talk.
Well, I knew cheesesteak was going to be on it.
Which, by the way, sometimes I don't think he does, but.
Oh my God.
All right, number 3.
Number 3, a lobster roll. But specifically, a warm lobster roll. And more specifically,
Maine.
A Connecticut lobster roll is the warm one.
Where do you get that?
The Maine is the cold lobster roll.
Oh, so the Maine truck that was on Shark Tank.
So when you see Cousins,
that's it. That's it.
I've been to Cousins. Listen,
that's cold.
You can get a cold or warm.
See, I'm not a fan.
A Maine lobster roll is the cold lobster. A warm lobster roll is a Connecticut, and it's the butter and the lobster on the.
I'm not a lobster fan.
Oh,
hot take.
I'm so a lobster fan.
I'm not a fan of the breaking the thing and the crack on the.
The nice thing about the lobsters, it's not like the crabs where you have to do a lot of cracking. You just pull that baby out of the tail, and unless you're doing a whole lobster, the tail. Yeah, that's the butter makes everything better.
Butter does make everything better.
The roll is, of course, important.
That's a T-shirt, I think. Butter makes everything better.
It's like an advertisement for Entenmann's.
Now, where would you? Okay, more local talk, assholes, but that's fine. Where do you get a lobster roll here in this town? Because I don't think
you can go into Somerville into the seafood place there. Whenever the Cousins truck is around, there's usually seafood places deliver. The boardwalk when you're down there.
Well, I'm sorry. I would never trust lobster on the boardwalk.
Why? It's coming. You're close to the ocean.
They're not catching that shit.
But it's being delivered there. The first place you want to be is like Kansas. Lobster inland and fast.
Like a restaurant. If I did like lobster, a restaurant I would do.
Food truck is my. If there's a lobster rolled food truck, that's a go-to.
Okay,
I gotta.
All right, my number 3. The Italian sub.
The Italian sub. But from anywhere particular?
No, because ham, gabagool, Capicola, which is the same thing. I said a few people don't know what Capicola is.
You'd like a Capicola with a Coca-Cola, please?
With an Italian song,
Because I don't listen.
if you're ever in that mood where you don't know what the fuck you want to eat, that's a standby.
It really is.
And it's pretty hard to fuck up.
You can though. The bread could, if the bread doesn't work.
Other than the bread, it's standard ingredient.
You know who doesn't have great bread? Wawa does not have great bread for their subs, which is disappointing because they do so many things well.
So I on my way home from bartending last night,
right?
Because I don't eat before I go,
right?
I stopped at Wawa, but I get a wrap. So
yeah, a wrap's different.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, the rolls.
I don't like their rolls either.
Disappointing. The one locally by us, anyway.
It's all the same. I think. I don't.
They get all the buyers or the.
So I wear these jackets to the when I bartend. So I'm in there with the 45 other fucking kids who are in on a Monday night. By the way,
loud mufflers on the cars, right?
They're hanging out. I have to walk through the gauntlet of people. Essays.
They're probably so high and stuff they don't even.
But then they're in there. We're mingling.
Yeah.
And I go to do and the lady behind the counter, she goes, "Oh, you're dressed up for Wawa."
I said, "Yeah." You said, "No, I'm dressed up for a turkey wrap."
You said I put this on just to come Wawa.
Put it in the trunk. It's just a thing.
Mini rant before we continue.
Yes.
So at night at Wawa, all they have open are the kiosks, which only take card.
Right.
If you have to pay cash, you have to flag somebody down, and they have to open up a register because
there's no registers open.
Nope.
What if you want to buy your ciggies?
Then they have to open a register.
Damn, I would imagine that late at night. People want to vape and smoke.
There is interesting people in Wawa after 11:30 at night.
Is there?
Oh my god.
Really?
I mean, everything from old people, which I guess I'm in that demographic. So. To young kids, it's not
full old people, and and
number 2. Look, we're going fast.
Again, I
think we're done with overlapping here.
Oh yeah,
my next 2 are pretty specific for me. So
for mine too, also.
Okay.
I've had the privilege of doing 5 Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
Oh, you mean you've been to Mardi Gras 5 times?
5 times.
Oh, because that didn't sound like that the first time, but okay.
You didn't press the right knob.
Just under 2 feet.
It's just saying.
Number 3. Oh, no, number 2.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
And The Boys only has one more episode.
Number 2.
Lagged. A shrimp po' boy.
That's very specific.
Correct. And
you can mess up a poor boy too, though.
Oh, you can. So, it's the bread, and somehow they get that bread.
Now that has to be like a roll, right?
It's actually like a sub roll.
Yeah.
And with the shrimp, it's specifically written as a. It's got now is it remoulade sauce? Is that how you say it? Remoulade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I did ask. I just didn't want to.
Well, who told you it was remoulade?
Well, I didn't. I just didn't want to pull a Caraco,
Wow, nice callback, sir.
Which is basically a Creole mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's basically an aioli. Yes,
right, correct. With a fried shrimp on the roll, and let me tell you, and a little bit of lettuce.
There's no red onion.
Nope, just lettuce because it was actually
made. I had red onion on mine.
I think it was for the train workers or trolley workers in New Orleans way back in the day who went on strike but couldn't afford lunch, and the local restaurants felt bad for them, and that's what they could afford. Back in the day, seafood was the poor man's food, so they fried up some shrimp, a little Creole mayonnaise, put it on a roll, and they would give it to the train workers.
I enjoy that. I enjoy a
po' boy done right. It's just something simple, but it done right.
You sound like saying it. It almost sounds like I'm mocking someone's accent.
Well, because po is for poor.
No. Oh, really?
But why are you mocking them? That's the origin. You're not being racist. I'll give you the racist sign when I think you're doing it.
I'm not racist.
No. If you come on the stage like with blackface or something, believe me, I'll point it out. But I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying that's where it comes from.
Senator, I decline motion.
Go back to the guy.
All right. My number 2 is as basic as they come.
Oh, can I even guess? You say it, I don't listen to you, but I bet you
Okay, yeah, take a guess.
well, it's got a 50-50. It's either a hot dog
No,
or a hamburger.
first of all, hot dog's not a sandwich. Hamburger's not
Right.
a sandwich.
Oh, hamburger is a sandwich.
It is not. But
It is.
okay, is that if that's
That's
your
I understand what a hot dog is too.
it's not a taco. We had that discussion at work today.
Taco is not a sandwich.
Neither is a hot dog.
Yeah.
Nope.
I won't call it a sandwich, but it looks like one.
Okay.
If it sounds like a duck, it looks like a duck.
My number 2 is peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, by the way, that's my go-to comfort food when I don't know that and like scrambled eggs or like what's that thing that you when you don't know what you want? Oh, screw it, have peanut butter and jelly.
Now, when I make my peanut butter and jelly, when I say jelly, it's basically just the word.
Correct.
Because I take the 2 slices of bread,
Right.
peanut butter, super chunky Skippy.
This is where the fork in the road comes.
Super chunk Skippy on both sides of the bread.
Oh,
And I'm talking,
wow.
which is why I was a weeble. And then maybe half a teaspoon of jelly spread around.
Really?
Yeah. It has to be mostly peanut butter.
For me, it's got to be Skippy, but it's got to be smooth.
No.
I'm not.
I love it.
You know, I don't feel like I'm eating gravel and eating my cereals. And it's never jelly. It's always jam. Always jam because that jelly has that literally gelatin type of texture.
No, jam.
It's
Okay.
always got to be jam.
But I've never heard anybody say a peanut butter and jam sandwich.
Correct. But if we're going to make the distinction, by the way, if
Now, what flavor jam?
so well,
No, I do blackberry.
I don't. I either do grape or raspberry.
Apricot, I've done. Now, if I want to step up this peanut butter,
You were elevating it.
banana.
Oh,
Slice a banana in half and put that between the 2
a
slices.
little bit of Elvis in
A
them.
little bit of Elvis. And I'm not frying it.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not frying it, but the banana adds a whole nother level to that.
Which makes me think, is an Elvis not on your list?
No, it's not.
Wow.
Oh,
I've made an Elvis, but I've not.
I've had it. It's good.
I've made my own with peanut butter, banana, did the honey,
Bacon.
and but that thinner white bread, real white bread, not the real. And
You'll never guess
I've
my number
tried it.
1. Yeah, I mean, I would give you $1,000 if you would guess my number 1. Oh wait, turn it around. You would never get it. But again, let's hear your number 1. Let's go. Come on. If it's a hot dog, I'm walking off the set.
It's not a hot
Oh,
dog.
good. Okay.
However,
Oh,
it will be a smash burger. Sorry.
burger. It's
I agree with you in that I don't think of it as a sandwich. You won't see it on a menu written. I don't think you won't see it. You'll see it in its own category as a burger.
correct.
However,
Well, those
it's there's 2 pieces of bread and there's stuff in between it. How is that not a sandwich?
because it's not labeled as a sandwich. It's labeled as a burger.
Okay, so now we're not going to color outside the box at all.
Not when we're doing top 5 lists.
Listen, smash burger, and specifically the one that we had one at Christmas time from the
Oh,
food truck.
you gave me a bite of that. That was good.
The hub.
Yeah, but we're not going.
I looked
You
it
take
up.
a ride all the way to fucking Union Square.
Do you know what the hub is actually an acronym? This is going to be a shout out for this company.
Hot urban. I can't.
You
think
never would have guessed.
Oh.
By the way, the same way I'm not going to guess your number 1, I'd give you $1,000 if you guess what the acronym is.
Okay, what is it?
The Halal
Oh my god.
Urban Bistro.
So was that not meat? Was that halal?
No, it was beef.
Well, then halal
It was
is
a
a Sam, isn't it?
It is, but they also make a smash burger. Classic smash beef patty, caramelized onions, and their signature hot sauce. And the
That was
hot
fucking
sauce
good.
was very minimal. They smashed that bad boy in with the onions like it's supposed to be. The roll was just right. Still not had a smash burger that good.
Well,
Gonna have one tomorrow, but it won't be that good.
where are you going tomorrow?
Going to get a tattoo and then stop by the smash burger place in Lebanon. And you think I would remember the name? Okay, shout out later.
Tell me, I'll put it up there.
Okay.
Give 'em a free plug. Maybe someday people will pay us for commercials.
Really?
My number 1 is so uber specific
Is it something that can I?
No, I've told you what my favorite, my go-to sandwich is, but
Is it like a sausage and peppers?
no.
Because sausage and peppers is my honorable mention. Um, you have talked about.
I did.
You have talked, and ashamed that I don't remember.
So,
When you say it, I'll go.
so my number one is liverwurst on rye with Munster cheese,
Yes.
yellow mustard,
Mustard. Thank you.
and onion.
Yes. Yes.
Nothing beats.
We had those growing up.
And the ratio has to be 3-to-1 liverwurst to cheese.
Yes. Correct.
Correct.
Oh,
Now, I can get very even specific with the brand of liverwurst that I want.
Boar's Head?
No,
No. Okay.
the ShopRite brand, whatever.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it is a brand. It's not ShopRite brand, but it's their house brand, whatever.
Little basket or something like that.
No,
It's something else. Okay.
You said Boar's Head, right?
I said Boar's Head.
Thumans. I'm sorry, Thumans.
Thumans.
Which makes sense
They
because
great hot dogs.
we'll be having Thumans hot dogs.
The best hot dogs ever.
The only hot dog.
Correct. Because they snap when you cook them.
If you come into my house and you say you're bringing hot dogs, don't bring fucking Oscar Mayer's.
You can cut that stuff up, put it in beans, and then go home with it.
You can. Yeah, I don't want it. Do you remember? I just thought of this when I was talking about hot dogs. Do you remember Frankenstuffers?
Oh, it sounds familiar.
It was a brand of hot dog that had shit stuffed in the middle. And they were basically Oscar Mayer's, but they had like cheese and chili and made into the hot dog.
Vaguely. By the way, there's a sandwich that I saw on Instagram the other day. I didn't send it to you because I wanted to save it for the podcast.
Okay.
It was you could use sweet or hot sausages, slice them open, not completely, so you've got a little bit of a crevice there. Stuff little bits of mutz in there.
Oh.
Close them up and wrap them with prosciutto.
Oh.
You put them on the grill on indirect flame because the prosciutto will get crispy.
Right.
Indirect flame, turning. Take them out. You take a roll, let's say a sub roll or a Portuguese roll, and you brush it with just a little bit of garlic butter on the side.
Okay.
You put that sausage concoction in it, a little bit of marinara, and then you can add peppers or onions, and they call it a Roman candle.
Ooh.
I was like, that is something we gotta try.
Is that one of your? Because we each get 2 honorable mentions. Is that one of your honorable mentions?
That's one of my honorable mentions right there.
Okay. So my first honorable mention is a tuna sub.
Oh, I love a tuna sub.
Love a good tuna sub, and I have to have white American on it.
Okay.
Now the problem with putting cheese on a tuna sub is that everything slides off the chip. When you take that bite, the stuff just squirts out of the side. You got to have a fork with that.
Everybody's bailing.
What's your second honorable mention?
It's probably liverwurst.
Oh,
yeah, I love it. We had it growing up. My father's mother was Austrian. We had to have liver and bacon once a year, but we had liverwurst on you should bring it for lunch to school.
I used to have Underwood spread.
Well, we've had a spread too.
Which was, I guess, which man's liverwurst. I don't know.
Water from the hose, garden hose. So we're still alive. So there's that.
And my second honorable mention would be a Monte Cristo.
Oh, Monte Cristo is a very good choice.
Now that is almost a That's almost a breakfast thing. You could have it either anytime.
You could have it anytime.
The powdered sugar adds an element to the.
Matter of fact, after we had a group of us had left your mom's wake, went to a diner, and one of our Flemington crew members
Fountain Bleu
have to have the Monte Cristo at the Fontainebleau.
See, getting older, now the powdered sugar it doesn't do it for me now. It still makes an honorable mention because of the memories I have of it, but I don't think I could eat that now.
It's heavy.
I don't eat anything now.
There's a lot going on.
I don't eat anything now, but
that's a lot going on, folks.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, did you give me your second? You did. Oh my God.
I don't listen to him.
No.
Glasses off.
Mind you, yeah, this is hitting good because I didn't have a lot to eat today,
Uh-oh.
so that's where we're at. All right, so we did that.
Yes, we did.
That was good. Please, in the comments, fucking comment. What is your favorite sandwich? I want to know.
Maybe
He wants to know.
I do.
We all want to know.
We get hungry, but we want to hear it. By the way, I have to give you a kudos. Started watching on Netflix, Man on Fire.
Oh, good show.
Oh man, the mood, the acting.
He's good too.
Oh, it is a fantastic show. It's got a James Bond mood to it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Even with the music, you could feel like they were reaching for something, and it works.
Now, I haven't gone back and watched the Denzel Washington movie yet that the show is based on. Because once I heard that, I didn't know it, but the minute that my Big S at work told me that, I went, "Ooh, I get it."
You can't be disappointed in Denzel Washington, but I feel like they've done something special with the series. Just as I feel that Mr. and Mrs. Smith as a series worked better than the TV show. You can delve into things.
Wait, the series did better than the TV show?
Oh, absolutely.
The series did better.
I'm sorry, the series did better than the movie.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Just keeping you on track.
That's it. That's 20 inches of love right there. Or 2 feet.
Less than
Or under 2 feet.
Listen, I'll fight you. I will go to my grave. My tombstone's gonna say, just short of 2 feet is the same as.
And I'm gonna, and if I am alive to see that, I'm gonna go, see that writing on his tombstone? That's all about me. and since you won't be able to come back and haunt me because
No, I won't.
right, we know that
I won't.
it won't be an issue. It won't be an issue, so I could take credit for that. So that's
You put something on Facebook today.
here we go.
The Seven Brews place. We saw that somewhere. I don't know where we were. I think it's down.
Well, there's definitely Midwest and like you can see them in Texas and Kansas.
I think we saw them in Florida. I think
probably. And my sister Liza on Bookface
But they're very
said they are always have a crazy line.
Yeah, but they're very specific. It's like
Correct.
You can't get just a coffee there. I don't.
By
think.
the way, when you go to the places that have, like, I'm going to a place tomorrow, smash burger, fried chicken, but there's only like 4 or 5 things. Guess what? If you do them well, that's all you have to do.
Mm.
And that's, it's like White Castle. You only had to do those few things. You can make all the different kinds of foods in the world, but people go in there for sliders. I'm just telling you.
So I want to end on. We're at 50. Yeah, we're 53 minutes. So my nephew got married last Saturday.
Yes.
And I'm old, so there were a couple things that jumped out at me.
Okay, I'm interested.
No garter ceremony.
Oh my gosh.
No throwing of the bouquet.
No, they don't do that anymore.
No. Oh, you know that?
Well, my nieces have all gotten married in the last 10 years.
I've not been to a wedding in 10 plus years.
That's a matter of fact, they're adopting a lot of European things where the Europeans, the Italians, all the different nationalities, they actually assemble their wedding cake in front of everybody and then cut it.
So so this is another thing.
Okay.
The cake that they cut,
correct,
was a prop cake.
Yes.
The sheet cake was cut up in the back.
Yes, and they brought out, but
yeah,
we've been doing that for years when I was in the business. You would just
okay. So that was new to me.
All right.
The other thing that so I'll keep it at the wedding. No, everything was pretty status quo at the wedding. So they had an after party.
And
Which listen, in my day and age, I don't know what the fuck an after party was. You had the wedding and you're done.
No, now they do another party. Sometimes there's food trucks.
No. So here,
kinds of crazy stuff.
We were staying at a hotel nearby to the venue.
Okay.
And there were 3 other weddings having an after party in the same hotel.
Really?
So
that's a party.
It was a big lobby,
Right.
which this is. I figured it out.
Right.
This hotel, that is their business model.
Right.
Because they are in close proximity to 3 wedding venues.
It works for them.
So my nephew got sloppy Joe sandwiches, roast beef and turkey, fantastic.
Oh, yes.
Another wedding party brought in fucking McDonald's.
Wow.
So I'm over there, and God bless my dad. 'Cause I used him.
By the way, we always bless. God bless your.
I used him. So, I had the sandwiches, they were great.
Right.
And then I'm eyeing those I haven't had French fries from McDonald's in ages.
Damn it, did you go over?
No, I didn't even do that. I went over, I said, "Listen, my dad's 86, John. You guys just take me for the French fries." And I didn't pay attention to what the other, wedding party had, but the McDonald's people, they had
Because everything went black when you saw McDonald's fries. It's like, you can't see anything.
and, credit to my nephew, and I think whoever the other wedding parties were, we got wristbands, and when you went up to the bar, my
Right.
nephew paid for X amount of,
Right.
dollars, and
Right.
if you got there first,
You got it.
Now, I was so tired. I was up early that morning,
Right.
had to pick up my dad and take
Mm.
by the time that after party, and I got him my dad, I said, "Dad, you going to bed?" He goes, "No, I wanna go to the after party."
Oh, bless him. How old is dad?
86. So he was there, he had a sandwich, and then he went to bed about, 12:30.
What time did he tuck you in?
No, I took but they took that cue. He said, "Everybody, I'm taking dad back to his room," and I was like, "I'm out."
You're right.
But I was up at 6, and, that was also a thing, like,
Well, they get together for breakfast.
well, we that's another thing, we went out to
Right.
breakfast with the family, but,
Right.
in the lobby, all the wedding people were in.
Mhm.
And here, I'm gonna, I should yeah, I'm not gonna give the name of the hotel, but they had a coffee bar there, which they sold Starbucks, so it must have been an actual Starbucks.
Right.
They're open from 7 in the morning till 10 AM. Now, they give a 12 PM checkout of this hotel for wedding nights because they realize
Move it
but
or
they
lose it on the
people were
coffee.
getting up at 11 and going to it was fucking
Right.
crazy.
It's gone.
But they losing money.
Yeah.
Now, here's the other thing that I felt old. And this is not directed I know my nephew's not watching this, but this is not
But I'll make sure I text him and so he can.
this is not a him thing, this is a me thing.
Okay.
And maybe just because 'cause I'm old and I like I danced for the first time. We haven't been to a wedding in ages. I was out on the dance floor, it was
Good
great.
for you.
But
Uh,
so this guy, you had texted me.
I did.
I go, "Do you have access to the internet?" He goes, "No. Whatever's on my hard drive is all I have." Okay.
Sounds like we're not taking requests at all.
So he did. I asked for an Elvis, my mom's favorite Elvis song. He had that.
Okay.
My issue, and again, we had a fucking amazing time. I'm not saying it
That's what you
detracted.
said.
Yeah, not detracting. But if I were a DJ,
Right.
he mixed too much.
Well,
So he started a song.
right.
Now, and this was a perfect example because my brother has a whole routine to Bobby Brown, Every Little Step You Take.
Right.
He started playing that song.
Okay.
My brother had a couple of drinks.
And
He went into it. 30 seconds.
and then there's a mix to it.
He's
and,
mixing to it.
and it's also like you're having a seizure because you're doing the dance.
So I went up to him like, "Dude, my brother has a whole fucking routine." He
It
goes,
doesn't. They mix.
"Too much, too much."
Correct. It's a culture thing because I've been to a few of my niece's weddings, and it was like all of this, like I'm dancing, I'm going, it's from my generation. I'm going, yeah, rock lobster, and all of a sudden it's like, what's going on now? I didn't even know how to coordinate my body.
And he also mixed like hard driving like dance stuff to like slow salsa stuff. I'm like,
What is
me
going
and my brother were like looking over at the dude, like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, it's crazy. And let me ask you a question. Very
Mhm.
important. Um, when did the DJ music start?
Okay, so
The dancing music.
I'm gonna sound so old.
No, this is not about old. This is
No.
about
It was very loud, like as soon as we got in there, and I'm like, okay. But then they did the speeches and all that.
right.
So we basically had from 8 to 10 to dance.
Okay.
We had the mother daughter.
But I mean, when
mother-
was that in the dinner? So when did the music start? Were you eating your entree?
No, so right after the entree was brought out, the music started.
And that's
Loud. It was
and that's
listen.
wrong. By the way, I've been to, with the exception of one wedding, for some reason they think it's a party from the beginning. People are trying to talk.
Yeah.
But I've talked to one of my niece's friends who was in Europe, and he goes, "It's the weirdest wedding I've ever went to over in Europe." I was like, "What is it? What happened?" They were only playing like background. They had like a bass and
Yeah, I like that.
a cello or something, and they were playing that until like right up until after the entree, and then only the last 2 hours were dance music. I'm going,
Yeah.
that's the way it's supposed
That's
to
the way
be.
it's supposed to be.
Because you're trying to have a conversation, you're talking,
Yeah.
you're at a table, you're catching up, you're sharing things. Listen, I've been to weddings, and it was from the beginning. I'm like, okay, it doesn't need to be a party from the beginning.
We are closing out season 5 with this episode, and I just want to thank everybody who is following, subscribing. I want to thank Vincenzo for joining this podcast. I want to thank Fritzy, who was on fucking vacation this week. She's allowed. I allow 2 weeks vacation when you work.
2-week vacation.
When you work for the podcast, you get 2 weeks. But your ass better be sitting over in that seat next week so we can record. She was gracious enough to do a vacation video. So prompted, by the way. I don't think I would have got that. So she's TikTok famous now.
Too big.
Too big. But listen, my expectations have been exceeded for what I wanted this to be. The interviews are getting bigger. Everything is growing. We're going to have a new set in season 6. We're going to New York. Wait till you see the promo I did for the New York thing. It was really good. But again, thank you
as always.
Is there anything you'd like to say before we say goodnight?
And this season, I can't think of go pull boys or go home.
Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We both love you. Season 6 starts in just 1 week.
Go, go, go.
Be there, be fired.
Yeah.
Cool. Interviews and stories untold. Rants coming in hot and never controlled. Top 5 lists gonna light the fuse. The Vincenzone, bringing red wine views. Best friends for life when the madness ignites. Talking chaos and laughter deep into the night. The Fritzy files coming straight for the throat. No filter, baby. Keep the madness afloat. Tune in, lean in, and let the man speak. The word according to Dick Buttons every week. Laugh loud, crank it up, let the chaos run free. Season 6, baby. This is where you wanna be.
It's them!
Hey, Dick. Why are all those people pointing at us? Wait a minute. You're right. Vincenzo, did we do something wrong?
Not at all, Dick. We are here to kick off season 6. And there is no better place to do that than New York City. So please tune in when Dick and I invade Times Square.
Yeah. Here we go now. Hit like a shot of truth. Reviews that cut with the razor's tooth. Interviews you don't wanna miss. Step right up. Welcome to this. From the mic to your soul, he's taking control. Tune in, lean in, let the man speak. Deep buttons bringing fire every week. From wine, so Vincenzone to the Fritzy files where the truth gets shown. Season 6. Buckle up real tight. It's the world according to Dick Buttons, baby. Oh,